Today I have for you an unboxing of the DJI Mavic Pro. Just received this thing last Thursday, and I haven't really been able to dig into it yet because I was packing up for PDX Land 29. But I'm back now, and I'm ready to get this thing open and see what's inside. So first things first, let's see, we got, looks like this is the shoulder bag. We've got the Fly More combo box, and then, of course, we've got the drone itself. So first impressions, just looking at the boxes, you know, it's the high quality white cardboard, very Apple-esque, if you know what I mean, except for the bag. The bag is just in a plain brown box, but hey, it's just a bag, who cares, right? So pop this open, in the plastic bag, and here we go. Very nice. Alright. Let's go to the Fly More combo box. Save the drone for last. So, get this guy open. Battery charging hub. Intelligent flight battery. A second intelligent flight battery. Car charger. 2 spare propellers. And a battery to power bank adapter for the Mavic batteries. So that's pretty cool. All the extras that the Fly More combo comes with. You know, as you know, the drone comes with 1 battery, so 2 extra gives you a lot more extra running time, and the car charger is really nice, so you can charge on the go. So I was going through some of the accessories here, actually opening up the boxes to pull out the batteries and get them charged, and I actually noticed something about this battery to power bank adapter. What it actually does, being called battery to power bank adapter, it actually turns the Mavic Pro's battery into like one of those portable power bank adapters for your cell phone. So this is the unit itself. It's actually quite small. You can see it's got the connector on it for the battery, and then on the back side here, a couple of USB ports. So what you do is you take your battery, let's pull one out, get that out of the box here, get your battery out, and pull it out here. Good foam casing around the batteries, that's nice. Take the battery and the adapter, plug the adapter into the end like that, and now that's hooked up. Then you can take your phone cord, plug it in to the end of the adapter, take out your cell phone, plug the other end of your cable in, and then hit the button, and bam, it's charging. So now, you know, you've got these batteries, taking them around with you when you go traveling. You got a spare battery bank. Pretty cool. Don't know how useful it'll be. I mean, I've got a battery bank. This is a little bit bulkier, but hey, cool feature. Good in a pinch, right? Let's dig into the good stuff. Let's pop open the Mavic box. So let's get this guy open. Oh, geez. Tape closed. Handle there. There we go. Ah, here we go. Mavic drone. So you can see in the box, we've got our controller. And then we have the drone itself. And then in this lower compartment, what do we have? Power cable. Looks like the little USB cables, one for iPhone, one for anything with, looks like a micro USB connector, so probably most Android phones. And then a USB to micro USB cable. The AC power adapter for charging the batteries. And then this little box, which contains all the documentation, a few instruction manuals, and the silica gel. Battery itself is already on the drone. Pop this guy open. There you have it. It's the Mavic Pro. Hey, wait a minute. Let's take a look. There should be 2 more propellers in here. Ah, here we go. There's a little foam piece covering them. They're down here in the bottom in these little bags. And it looks like 2 props there. And, oh, wow, a second set of 2 props. So it looks like if you get the Fly More combo, you're going to have enough props for the drone, 2 that come spare with the drone itself, and then 2 more in the Fly More combo. So a full set of spare propellers. So that's pretty cool. Alright, well, I guess let's get this thing charged and start flying it. Next, I'd like to show you how simple it is to get the Mavic Pro up and flying. Ideally, I'd be doing this outside, but I live in the Pacific Northwest and it's winter, so it rains a lot. In fact, the only breaks in the rain are usually while you're at work. So with that, we're going to do it right here. In front of me I have the bag that comes with the Fly More combo, and inside of it has my Mavic and all the gear I need to go flying. So let's pretend that we're at the field and open this sucker up. So just lift up the flap, open the zipper around the top, everything stays inside nice and securely. Pull out our Mavic and our controller. And then we have also inside a little flap under here, and this is a good spot to hold your propellers. And I got 2 of the propellers right in here. So pull those out, and we'll set this aside. So to get the Mavic ready for flying, first we need to extend the arms. So just extend the top arms first, and then we extend the bottom arms, like so. Now when you get the Mavic out of the box, it'll only have the front propellers installed, so you're going to need to install the rear propellers. Now with the propellers, they are actually color-coded. On the propeller itself, there will be a little white ring around the center circle. So you see that little white ring that's on the center? That goes to the motors with the white ring on them. You can see the other motor, there's no white ring, but this motor has a white ring. So it connects to that one. So to install the propellers, you just have to take the prop, push down on the motor, and turn, and it locks into place. And you do that with the other one as well. So, propeller, push down on the motor, lock into place, and it's good to go. The next thing you'll want to do to get ready to fly is to prepare the gimbal by removing the gimbal cover and removing the gimbal bracket. You do that by flipping it over here. First, take off the rubber protective cover. Then grab the little flap at the bottom and loosen up the gimbal cover. And then you want to take out the gimbal bracket. This little bracket holds the gimbal in place so that it stays safe during transport, but you don't want it in there while you're flying because it'll keep the gimbal from moving. Over time, that could cause damage to the gimbal. Alright, with that off, you have the choice. You can either put the gimbal cover back on if you want to keep the gimbal protected, or you can leave it off. I usually leave it off because then you have this piece of plastic in front of the lens, and even though it's clear, chances are it's going to cause some glare or some distortion. So I just leave that off. So the next thing you want to do to get ready to fly is to prep the controller. So what you need to do is take the controller and pull the arms at the bottom down like this. These are going to hold your phone in place. The next thing you're going to want to do is then stick your phone in here and attach it. So there's a little wire in here, and that just plugs into the bottom of your phone, and then you just slide your phone into the controller like so, and it stays in place. From there, just flip up the antennas, and then you can power it on. Alright, with the controller powered up, the next thing we want to do is launch the DJI Go app. So just go on the phone and tap the app to open it. And then the next thing we want to do is power on the drone. So as the drone's powering up, it goes through a little calibration sequence. You'll see the gimbal move to calibrate itself and its sensors go. And you'll see on the app will then say connected. And you can just tap this Go Fly button and it'll switch to the view that the drone is seeing. So with this guy ready to go, let's get flying. Alright, we are ready to take off. Now, because we're flying indoors, the Mavic can't rely on its GPS sensors for positioning, so it has to rely purely on its vision system. Hopefully the lighting in here is adequate enough that it'll work. Let's hope this doesn't turn out to be a disaster. So to take off, all we have to simply do is tap on the takeoff button, and then we slide to take off. And the Mavic is up and flying. If we tap the record button here, we can start recording video. And you might be able to hear it beeping. That's beeping because of the motion, or the obstacle avoidance systems detecting the object. In fact, it's doing a good enough job. It's not actually letting me fly it into the camera. It won't let me get any closer than this. So let's bring it back. And we'll put it here. And you can just see that it's actually maintaining a pretty nice hover. Alright, now to bring it down, simply, well, first let's get back over to this spot. And then to bring it down, all we got to do is push down on the stick. The Mavic stops and then continues to land where it stops and turns the props off, and we're done. That's how simple it is to fly. So that's how easy it is to get set up and flying with the DJI Mavic Pro. I have to say, this thing is absolutely incredible. The first time I got it up into the air, I was just giggling with joy at how cool it was. It just took up off the ground, raised up 4 feet, and just sat there and hovered perfectly. Didn't have to give it any stick inputs whatsoever. It just sat there, motionless. You know, I've flown real hobby-grade radio control helicopters before, and with those, you have to be giving it input constantly. You know, if you take your fingers off the controls, the thing will crash. It just will not stay there by itself. This thing, you take your fingers off the controls, and it stays perfectly still. Honestly, I think just about anybody with some decent hand-eye coordination could fly this. This machine is absolutely amazing. All the technology that's gone into this to make it work is just incredible. There's 24 microprocessors on board this thing to keep it flying basically by itself. Absolutely incredible. The controller works amazingly. The app is awesome. DJI has just done an excellent job putting this whole package together. And to be honest, for the price they're selling it for, I think it's a steal. It's an absolute bargain. I mean, for everything that's in here, all the technology in here, they could charge way more than they do. This machine is just absolutely amazing, and I highly recommend it to anyone out there looking for a drone. With that said, I have had the opportunity to take this thing outside and get some flights under it, so I think we're going to finish off this video with some footage from those flights. Enjoy.